Operation Paperclip. Let's not get lost on Kanye West saying that he loves Nazis, because we, as a country, love the Nazis. We loved the Nazis, and we still love the Nazis. Now, who were the Nazis? That's an important question that we need to answer today. Who were the Nazis? What was Operation Paperclip? Why did we bring 1,600, so they say, could have been 16,000, could have been 106,000, we don't know. Why did they bring 1,600 of the Nazi Party's top scientists and political figures, not just scientists, but also political leaders of the Nazi Party? Why did they bring them into the American government? See, in there lies the moral hazard that undergirds this entire deal. They got nothing to do with Kanye. Kanye doesn't even know about it. That's not the purview of what he's bringing to the table. But I will. I'll ask the question. Why did we, after World War II, when we made it seem like we went to fight for the massacre of the Jews, take the very people who orchestrated it and assimilate them into our military and government? Why did we do that? Why were the people who actually funded the Nazi war machine on the front end from Wall Street then have the ability to reincorporate Nazi science and philosophy into America's government and military? Why? Because we were more concerned with military power, political power, economic power than we were the principle. We're the sellouts. Our nation has moral hazard from World War II that we have yet to deal with. You can't send me off on some blank mission or some side street about Kanye West making some silly off-the-cuff remark with a mask on to get attention from a theatrical career that he's always lived up to and distract me from the truth. Who were the Nazis to begin with? Who was Adolf Hitler? He wasn't German. He was an Austrian. Who was the Austrian Empire? Who is the crown today? Who is Saxe-Coburg? Why was the Saxe-Coburg name changed to Windsor at the end of during World War I when the Germans and the British went to fight each other? Why does nobody talk about the crown and the monarchy sending British dukes and duchesses across across Europe to fill the monarch parts of the monarch positions of other countries? This is the history that we have to discuss, because we need to know just how prominent the Nazi mindset, the Nazi philosophy is in our government today, right now. So when I look at a person like Milo, who came from Britain and is a homosexual, a reformed homosexual, I start to ask myself, who are these people? Who are these people, and why should we trust they are who they say they are? And then you got Kanye saying that his trainer was an ex-Canadian security state officer or, employee. Who are these? See, we at home, we have not yet accepted the level of deception that is potentially out there in these issues, implicated in these issues, implicated with these people. You know how you destroy a culture from within? You know how you get revenge on a society that you lost to, that you were defeated by, so they say? You take women and you tell them that their idol should be a harlot. And you use the internet that came after World War II with DARPA. Don't forget, the internet was created by the military, by the security state. Okay? DARPA is the military. This is the type of stuff you get shot for. This is the type of stuff you get your head blown off for saying. DARPA is our military. They invented the internet. You know how you get revenge on a culture? Is you make every single young woman in the society think that their job is not to nurture and build strong men, but to hedge their political power on being a harlot. And you put an idol out in front of them like Kim Kardashian. Who are these people? That's what I walked away from last night asking myself, who are these people? Where did von Braun go? Let me give you an example. Kissinger, perfect example. German, intellectual, okay, came from who was a Jew, by the way, but he was an anti-Jew. And who was his partner? Who was his co-pilot? Brzezinski, Mika Brzezinski's dad from Morning Mika. Okay, you understand what
Morning,
I'm saying?
Joe.
From Morning Joe, right? Morning Joe and Mika, right? Mika Brzezinski. Brzezinski is the forefather of this entire liberal movement. And you know what's funny about this, Jason? The liberals in this country, they are the Nazis of Germany. We don't see it yet because the genocide has not really started in the way that it did in Germany. But it's the same group of people from a societal standpoint, from a history standpoint, the working class that unionized, they became the bourgeoisie, they cut off social mobility, okay, they rigged the system, and then they instituted a military state to police themselves and their power. What do we have here in America? What do we have here in America today? That's exactly what they've done today. That's exactly what we have in our country right now. We just don't see it because the change they made was we don't have to gas you. We don't have to be that brutal with you. We'll just put you on a drug. The drug is dopamine. The drug is a psychoanalysis they did on rats where the rats would push a button to electrocute themselves to death if it would give them the dopamine hit in the experiment. The rat would kill themselves to get dopamine.